All right, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. I'm tired again today. Anyway, here we go. It is Tuesday, March 10th, 2020, and here's the story. Forget about the stock market right now. Uh, Crude oil is being bid up nearly 9%, 9% higher off of yesterday's close. That's pretty incredible. And the U.S. 10-year yield is climbing. What does that mean? These two things, you already know. It means stocks are poised to go up. You don't even have to look at stock futures to know what's going to happen right now. As a matter of fact, stock futures are up by almost 900 points. So the scenario, pretty simple. Crude oil getting a really nice bid. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Again, depending on what side of that trade you're on, and the yield curve for now, I still don't think we're stable by a long shot. But the fact that the 10-year yield is rising here is going to be somewhat bullish for the stock market. Now, let's put another perspective on this. Yesterday, stock futures were down 400 points. President Trump comes out, explains that our economy is really, really strong. But then he goes on to say that he's about to unleash an economic stimulus package. All of a sudden, boom, stock futures turn around. Again, we know where the man is coming from. He has one goal and one goal only, that is to push stocks higher. Nothing else matters. It keeps the illusion real. He tells you the economy is so strong, we know it's in free fall. And the yield curve is reflecting that. So he can say all he wants. People are going to buy it. It instills a little bit of confidence in the market. Let me explain this to you. What is he talking about when the president says stimulus? It's debt. He's talking about more debt. It's the only thing supporting this market. Debt, and then more debt. Borrowing from the Fed to do this, borrowing more from the Fed to do that. Again, it's all a game. It's all a game to issue in the final solution of the Fed, of central banks, to be the lender and buyer of last resort. You become the borrower or the slave. Period. Great. We'll pump more debt into this market. I can only imagine what the repo operation is going to be like today. It'll be in the 100 billion or more. There's no doubt about it. And the Fed is going to keep faking the entire market. Now, I don't know how many of you are paying attention to this. Got attention on every single mainstream channel yesterday. Now, we know this is happening already, but they're putting it out there to, I guess, cushion the shock of what is going to happen. There's a lot of talk, there's a lot of speculation that the Federal Reserve itself is not just going to be buying debt anymore. Okay, they try to convince you and I that the Fed, they're buying the debt and we're supposed to be okay with that. Okay, phase two, the Fed is going to get in here. It's already happening, but it's going to be more in our face. They're going to start buying stocks and they're going to let people know about it. So that is also very stock market positive. Why would the Fed want to do that? The Fed wants to be the lender and buyer of last resort. You're the borrower. So yeah, sure. It's so within the realm of reality that they will make this a public thing. You see, we're not supposed to know that. The Federal Reserve has a trading desk. Look it up for yourself. Are we supposed to believe that the only asset they're buying, or assets, are debt, mortgage-backed securities? Of course not. They're buying the stock market. Of course they are, along with the Wall Street banks that run the Fed. Period. This is why the Wall Street banks are getting all this extra capital. It's going to be in the trillions. In the trillions. And it's on your back, you see. You're bailing out the banks again. I hope you're happy about that. All right, so let's talk about a couple of other things. Cryptocurrencies are catching a bid here. Last time I looked, gold was slightly down. Silver was catching a slight bid. Okay, we'll see how that plays out moving forward. But the bottom line right here, right now, stock trading starts in about 20 minutes. Looks like a big open for the market, up about 900 points on the promise of stimulus from the president. Although our economy is strong as it's ever been. You know that, but it needs stimulus. Wait a minute. How does that work? Exactly. Economy is in free fall. Proof is in the yield curve. The Fed is going to back everything up, or at least try to. Again, you can expect more debt. The president's calling for more debt, negative rates. This is stock market positive, no doubt about it. They're going to try to keep it propped up. They're going to try to reinflate it. At whose expense? Yours. At the middle class expense. Again, you have a target on your face. If you are a member of the middle class, you can choose to try to take it off, or you can just leave it there. Most people are going to leave it there because they are willing targets. It's very sad. It's very sad. People are self-destructive, and they don't want to take action when action needs to be taken. Again, bet against this debt. Become your own central bank. President Trump today, stimulus, what does it mean? We got to borrow this cash from who? We're broke. America's destitute. From the Federal Reserve. Fed's going to inflate. So what do you want to do? You want to take the opposite side of that trade. All right? You do that by holding a hard asset. I also believe you do that by holding cryptocurrency as well. If you are so inclined, you trade this market. It's completely fake. For my Lions, you got this. You got this. You're not thinking about what's happening next week or even tomorrow. If you're intraday trading, you're trading the market you have. It could not be easier for you. All right, look, with that said, keep your eye on that yield curve. Keep your eye on the 10-year. Keep your eye on crude oil. Let's hear what the president has to say. What kind of a stimulus package. I think he's talking later on today at one point. Let's see how the market reacts to that. I don't know. Like I said yesterday, JP Morgan, and not just JP Morgan, Kyle Bass, the kind of guy's a legend, running one of the biggest hedge funds in the world, says this market's not done selling off. They're going to try to stop it. They're going to try to stop it. And that's what this is all about today. Panic mode. So the president is in panic mode. If he really believed his economy was as strong as he tried to tell us yesterday, why would we need stimulus? You let me know. Love you a lot. See you later.